Have you ever felt that confusing mix of connection and confusion with a man? You have an amazing time together, the conversation flows, and you feel a real spark, but then, radio silence. Or he pulls away just as things seem to be getting deeper. You're left analyzing every text, every look, wondering, what is going on in his head? Does he feel this too? Or is it all in my imagination? If you've ever felt that frustrating uncertainty, I want you to know something. You are not crazy. In fact, you might be missing the hidden signals he's sending. Stick with me, because today we are decoding the 7 secret signs he's completely in love with you, but is hiding it. Sign number 1, the protector instinct. Now let's get into our first secret sign, the protector instinct. And I want to be very clear about this right away. This has nothing to do with jealousy, possessiveness, or controlling behavior. That kind of behavior is about him and his own insecurities. What we're talking about here is something entirely different. It's a quiet, genuine, and almost automatic concern for your safety and well-being. It's an instinct that kicks in because, on a fundamental level, he values you and feels a drive to ensure you're okay. You'll see this in small, thoughtful actions that don't ask for anything in return. Does he always make sure you get to your car safely at night? When you're walking through a crowd, does he subtly position himself on the side with the most people, or gently guide you through? If you mention you're feeling a bit unwell or stressed, does he show real concern and maybe even try to find a way to help, like bringing you soup or just listening? These aren't grand gestures. They are the quiet whispers of a man who cares deeply. He's not trying to be your hero. He's simply showing you, through his actions, that you matter to him. Sign number 2, the mirror effect. The second sign is one of the most fascinating because it's almost entirely subconscious. It's called the mirror effect. This is a powerful psychological phenomenon where someone subconsciously mimics the body language, speech patterns, and even the attitudes of the person they feel connected to. It's a nonverbal way of saying, I am like you, I am with you, I understand you. So, pay close attention to his body language the next time you're together. Do you notice that when you lean in to share a secret, he leans in too? If you take a sip of your drink, does he follow a moment later? If you cross your arms or your legs, does he eventually shift into a similar position? This even extends to your moods. If you're excited and laughing, is his laughter more free and full? And on the flip side, if you're having a rough day and are feeling down, does his energy shift to become more gentle, more serious, and more attentive to you? This mirroring is a silent dance of connection. His conscious mind might be holding back the words, but his body is literally synchronizing with yours, revealing an attachment and a rapport that runs deeper than he may even realize. Sign number 3, the rememberer of tiny details. Let's move on to the third sign, and this one is a huge tell. He is the rememberer of tiny details. Think about the difference between hearing someone and truly listening to them. When a man is falling in love, he moves from simply hearing your words to actively absorbing them. He's not just waiting for his turn to talk. He's filing away the little pieces of you because they matter to him. This shows up in the most unexpected ways. You might mention in a casual conversation weeks ago that you love a specific brand of coffee, or that you had a favorite stuffed animal named Sparky when you were 5. Then, out of the blue, he'll bring it up, or even act on it. He remembers the name of your coworker you had a minor disagreement with, and asks how that situation resolved. He recalls that big presentation you were nervous about, and follows up to see how it went. This isn't about having a good memory. It's about the focus of his attention. When he remembers the small, seemingly insignificant details of your life, it's his mind's way of proving what his heart feels, that every part of your world is important to him. Sign number 4, the social check-in. The fourth secret sign requires you to watch him when he thinks you aren't looking. I call this the social check-in. In a group setting, like a party or even just a dinner with friends, notice where his attention goes. A man who is secretly invested in you will be keenly aware of your social interactions, especially with other men. It's not about glaring jealousy or making a scene. It's much subtler than that. You might catch him glancing over at you from across the room, just watching you talk and laugh, studying you. Or, if you've been chatting with another guy, even in a completely platonic way, notice his behavior when you reconnect. Does he become a little more attentive, a little more present? Maybe he moves a bit closer, or his questions become more engaged, as if he's subconsciously reestablishing his connection with you. He's not being possessive. He's conducting a quiet reconnaissance. He's gauging the landscape, watching how you operate in your world, and subtly assessing where he fits into it. His radar is up because you are his point of focus. Sign number 5. He makes and keeps future light plans. Now, for our 5th sign, which is all about looking for the smallest hints of tomorrow. This is when he starts to make what I call future light plans. He's not jumping the gun and talking about moving in together or naming your future children. That would be too direct and might scare him off. Instead, he's planting small, seemingly casual seeds that extend your story beyond just today. He'll say things like, "You have to try this restaurant with me sometime," or, "We should definitely go see that when it comes out next month." He might mention a concert that's happening in a few weeks, or a seasonal activity like, "We have to come back here when the Christmas market is open." The crucial part of this sign isn't just the suggestion, it's the follow-through. A man who is just passing time will make vague promises that never materialize, but a man who is secretly imagining a future with you will actually remember and act on these little plans. He's testing the waters, gently introducing the idea of a later and an us into your dynamic to see how it feels and, more importantly, to see how you respond. It's his low-risk way of building a bridge to a potential future together. Sign number 6. The vulnerability glimmer. The 6th sign is one of the most profound, because it's where his walls truly come down, if only for a moment. I call this the vulnerability glimmer. For many men, especially those hiding their feelings, maintaining a facade of strength is their default mode. So, when he chooses to let that guard down with you, it's a massive indicator of trust. This isn't about everyday, complaining, or general stress. This is a moment where he shares a piece of his inner world that he usually keeps under lock and key. He might confess a fear he has about his career, share a story from his childhood that shaped him, or reveal an insecurity he's carried for years. It's often followed by a slight shift in his energy. He might become a little quiet, change the subject quickly, or even make a small joke to deflect from the seriousness of what he just shared, almost as if he's surprised he let that truth out into the open. In that unguarded moment, he is giving you a rare gift, a look at the real person behind the persona. He isn't doing this with everyone. He's doing it with you because on some level, he has decided you are a safe harbor for his truest self. Sign number 7. The pupil dilation test, the biological sign. And finally, we have our 7th and most scientific sign, the pupil dilation test. This one is fascinating because it's completely biological and almost impossible to fake. Our pupils, the black centers of our eyes, automatically dilate, that is, get larger, in response to something we find appealing, interesting, or desirable. It's an involuntary reaction controlled by our nervous system, all designed to let in more visual information about something we're captivated by. So, how can you spot this? The next time you're having a close, engaged conversation in a normally lit room, not a dark restaurant or a bright sunny day, watch his eyes when he's really looking at you, when he's listening intently or gazing at you. Do you notice his pupils expanding? That subtle, physical reaction is his body's raw, unfiltered response to your presence. while all the other signs are behavioral. This one is purely physiological. His mouth might be staying silent, and his actions might be carefully controlled, but his eyes are having a very real, very telling reaction to the person he loves looking at. It's a fleeting glimpse of the absolute truth,